Oh shoot. Yo, what up, what up, what up? We got Eddie get in the camera. Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? It has been a minute. Probably gotta come.
Oh yeah,
you like cut up in the corner, man.
My bad, bro.
We gotta get situated, man. It's been so long. Pause. It's been a minute since we have went live. We got Fast Eddie Chambers. We got Coach Ant. Eddie, we got big fight. Big fight. New York City, Brooklyn, the Barclays Center. I'm excited, bro. I ain't been that excited in a minute, but I'm more excited than the fight. I'm excited to tap in with my people, man. It's been so long since I seen my people here on YouTube, man. We're here at the gym. We're at CA Boxing Gym in New Jersey. Before I get started, can you guys let me know if the audio sounds good? I did a mic check, but I want to make sure that the audio sounds good. Let me know. We're definitely going to be talking this Boots Zayas fight, what we see, our predictions. I think this chair is squeaky as a motherfucker. Right there, John. I remember last time I went live, bro. That's all I heard the whole time. Audio straight. Yo, what's going on, man? My man's been, he's been supporting for a minute, man. My man straight on here. So, listen. We got Xander Zayas. We got Boots Ennis. I need to know in the comments section who you guys are picking. We're obviously going to give you our picks. And I want to give you what I seen because I'm going to be honest. Eddie, I never really watched Zayas like that. Like, I've been to New York a few times, Madison Square Garden. I watched him fight when he came down. There was a fight with my man Timothy Bradley. Actually invited me down. I was hanging out with him, and I actually got to see Xander for like front row seats. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Timothy Bradley for hooking me up with those credentials. But, I never was like super impressed with Zayas like that. Like, I remember a lot of people would ask me because they'd be like, I'm Puerto Rican, you know what I mean? And people would automatically think that I was a Zayas fan because of him being a Rican. And I was like, I never really liked Xander like that. Like, and no disrespect to him, I'm talking about his boxing style. Now, today I made sure that I watched him. I did my little research, and I said, let me really analyze this guy because I seen him fight in person. It's a little different when you watch on video. I'd argue that on video, you get a better look sometimes than in person. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you get that full view. Yeah. So I was trying to like take a look at him from that perspective. And a few things stood out to me. I know I made you study him too. Yeah. So I know a few things stood out to you. Yeah. And we'd seen Boots not only in person. I've been watching Boots since the amateurs. Funny story, man. I used to go to the amateur shows with some of my fighters, and Boots was like 13 years old at the time. Yeah. And I'll never forget it. I'm sure Boots don't remember it, but Boots used to hold mitts for guys, even at 13 years old. So one time I tried to snatch the mitts out of his hands. I was like, man, let me show you how to use those. And he pulled the mitts from me and he went running. Years later, you know what I mean? Boots ends up turning a professional, and, the story, as you guys seen, man, he just keeps getting better and better and better and better. And we've got a chance to see him in the gym. Eddie actually sparred him before, so Eddie knows what it's like to get hit by him. Eddie could tell you if the guy hits hard or if he doesn't hit hard. And we've got a chance to see him box. Notable names in the gym. I know in actual like his actual fights, he's yet to really get that marquee name. I mean, I know he's fought Stanionis and he fought a couple of guys. Yeah. They got a decent name, but he really hasn't fought no real name. Yeah. So it's kind of hard. So a lot of people who don't know what we know probably think that he's overrated because of the resume, right? Which is understandable. I can't even be mad at y'all, but I'm going to let you start since I did all this talking. I want you to start and tell me what you see. Let's talk about Xander before we talk about Boots, because obviously we East Coast guys. We know Boots. We're going to go into Boots, pause. But you are going to let me know what you see in Xander, and then I'll say what I see in Xander, and then we'll take it from there.
I don't hate Xander. I think he's good. I like what I've seen. And some of the things I think, the only thing is I think he's a little too methodical, especially when you're getting in there with a guy with the pace that Boots has. You know what I mean? You can think your way through fights and take your time and work your jab and all of that. And that's if you're explosive enough and you have enough pop to really keep him off. And, of course, we know that triangle theories don't really prove to be true. I mean, obviously, one guy can fight the same guy and have, and have a better result than the other, and then they fight each other, and there's two different things. However, in this, I'm not looking at necessarily the skill and how style. I am looking at how the style matches up, but I just honestly, as good as Zayas is, and the one punch accuracy and the range management and all the good things that he does do, I just don't see enough explosiveness from him, and I don't see enough. I think he's just, like I said, a little too methodical, not necessarily slow punch for punch, but I just think his pace isn't fast enough. Nor do I think he'll get enough respect from Boots because of that. Not to say that he can't box or he can't, his skills aren't good. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't know if he'll be able to get the respect. I think that Boots is going to feel out the first few seconds of it, maybe, and see exactly what he's working with as far as power is concerned and just the overall skill. And I think once you get through that first round, if it goes that far, I think Boots is going to pretty much understand that of what he has. And I just don't think it's enough to keep him in check. I don't think Xander, with his jab and even though he has good boxing ability, really good range management, punch selection is real good. He does a lot of things right, but I don't think that's going to be enough to keep Boots in check. And I think that's really what the problem is here. Because if you watch Boots with Roman Villa and guys like that, once he gets things and once he gets your timing and he gets in the airspace and he starts landing those uppercuts from angles you can't see, orthodox and southpaw, man, it's going to be a hell of a night. And I just hope for the supporters of Zayas that he's able to get the respect from Boots, because that's going to be the biggest component of the early part of the fight. Once that is established, if he could, then it might turn into a boxing match. In any case, I still think Boots is too fast for him, but we don't know. His skill level is high. His ability to box is pretty good, but it's more about getting the respect and not allowing Boots to land that TNT too early.
Yeah, so piggybacking off what you said. So today when I was watching Zayas, I really wanted to study him, and I really wanted to see what does he really bring to the table, right? And one thing that I noticed, I'm gonna talk about the good first. One thing I noticed about Zayas is he's very consistent with his jab. So I noticed that even if he's not throwing a hard jab, he's putting the jab out there constantly. Another thing that I noticed that he does very well is after he finishes his combinations, he'll get to a new angle. So like, I'll give you an example. I seen him throw 1, 2, 3. He'll step over and turn, reset, just like we do on the heavy bag, just like we do on the mitts. After he landed the right hand, he'd circle right. So what I'm basically trying to say is he understands to get his combinations off and get to a new spot. He understands to get a new angle. He understands to utilize his jab. I also watched him go to the body well and bring his punches upstairs well. So like you said, good punch selection, attacks the body, throws combinations. So from a fundamental standpoint, I really can't be mad at anything that I'm seeing from Xander. I'm seeing him do basically fundamentally most things that I would agree with him to approach a fight. Now, a few things that did stand out to me. First thing that stood out to me was his speed. He doesn't seem like he's definitely not fast enough, in my opinion, to keep up with Boots. Like, Boots has a different level of speed, but Xander does have good timing and consistency. We know that the way you beat speed is with timing, and sometimes with volume, sometimes you can actually overcome some speed. Right. So that's an interesting battle of who's going to win the jab battle, because I think Boots wins the jab battle on who gets there first. But does that one jab stop Xander from throwing the other 2 and 3 consistent jabs? I know you've seen like guys like John Ruiz and certain guys who just keep that jab hand moving. And even though it doesn't seem like anything's behind it, you're like, yo, this guy's just like keeping that jab.
It's like a fly.
Yeah, so he kind of has, to me, that kind of a jab. another thing that I noticed that I'm not crazy about. So what did I say? I said all the good, and now I'm going to the bad. I think the speed's going to be an issue, though. I think Boots being a sharper puncher, I think Boots being a faster puncher is going to win that battle, even though I'm interested to see how Boots deals with the consistency of Xander's jab. Okay, this is all recorded because if the fight goes as played out, we're going to bring all this back, right? I'm giving you my real analysis, and then we can bring it back to you, Eddie. The second thing I noticed is Xander's heavy-footed. So it's irony to me that he said that Boots is flat-footed. That's one of the main things that I've been seeing Xander go on and on whenever they interview him. They keep saying that Boots is flat-footed. I disagree. I don't think Boots is flat-footed at all. But again, I'm from this side, right? We go to Bosie's gym all the time. I bring plenty of guys down there to spar over the years. Eddie knows Bosie. These guys are like, people that we deal with. We know these people. I never had the thought that Boots is flat-footed. Boots actually navigates the ring beautifully. Like, if you really see Boots get into a groove, you actually appreciate how good his footwork is alongside his upper body movement and all the things that a lot of people say that he doesn't have, or Xander's saying he doesn't have. I think the people who know. But for the most part, I see Xander as the heavy-footed. Now, that doesn't mean that he's flat-footed. I do see him utilizing footwork. He uses the ring. He uses lateral movement. I went on and on to say how I see him turning and getting angles and doing all that stuff that I appreciate. But he does it in a heavy-footed, methodical way where I think it's going to make him too slow to execute. You feel me? I'll let you jump in because I know you want to say something.
I agree 1,000,000% with all of it. You can't move at that pace with a guy who's it's like a turtle, and that's not to call Xander a turtle, but it's like a turtle with a rabbit. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, if you can time him well enough, maybe you can get him, but there's just no way to keep up. And that's the issue he's going to have. It's not necessarily just speed, punch for punch. It's the pace of the fight. I think if he has to fight at Boots' pace, he's not going to be able to keep up with it. And I don't think he's fast enough punch for punch either. And will he be able to set enough traps? And even if he does do that, set the traps properly and time him with a proper punch, is that punch going to do the job? Is it going to get the respect? Not even so much a knockdown, a knockout, or hurt him. Is it going to get him the respect to keep Boots from continually putting that onslaught to him? I just don't think so. And that in lies the issue with the fight. If I'm the backer of Xander, I just don't think he's going to be able to do what he needs to do to make the things that he does well work for a consistent period of time. It's just not. I don't think he has enough explosive power to get it to come across. You know what I mean? To get Boots to stay, or not. It sounds crazy to stay away from continually putting that onslaught into it.
Yeah, and yeah, putting that onslaught into him is crazy, bro. Like, yeah, we're trying to conduct a professional interview here, bro.
It's not professional.
Right. So listen. Okay. So, all right, back to regular schedule. All right. So, listen. So, you know what's funny? I tell this to all the people here, right, at the gym, and I try to say this to people, right? So, all right, I'll give you an example. Me and Eddie. Eddie knows how to throw a jab. I know how to throw a jab. Eddie knows how to throw a right hand. I know how to throw a right hand. Left hook, uppercut. He knows all the defense. I know all the defense, right? So on paper, it's like these guys know they both know the same shit. But it's not about that. It's about who can pull it off, who can actually execute it, who does it just a little bit better, right? Eddie probably does it a little bit better considering all the experience he has, right? So that's all it takes in boxing is a little bit better. So with Jaron Ennis, it's like he does everything better. Like he jabs better. He throws combinations better. He's faster. He's got better footwork. He has better upper body movement. He has a switching mechanism where he can fight from either side equally as well. They're both equal basically in size. I mean, I've seen Boots when he's not in camp. That motherfucker blows up to like 200 pounds. Okay. They're both close to the same height. Right. Okay. So there's really like Zayas presents no advantages that are like, I got to pick this kid. And I'm looking for them. Yeah. Because trust me, as much as you guys want to see Boots tested, I want to see Boots tested because I'm a fight fan at the end of the day. I didn't get into boxing because somebody forced me. I got into boxing because I love the sport. So I'm a fight fan just like y'all. I want to see Boots tested, and I'm hoping that Xander can pull something out of Boots that will force him to fight harder than he's ever had to fight before. And I believe that he probably will because based off of Boots' resume, I can't really think of too many people better than Xander, except for maybe we don't know if he's better than Karen. Like Karen's an underrated guy. Yeah. A lot of people talk shit about Cameron, but it's because we don't know him here in the United States. You know what I mean? We don't know how good that guy really is. It kind of reminds me of Madrimov when he fought Crawford. Like everybody talks about that, but we didn't really know how good Madrimov was unless you're a diehard fan, right? But when you get these guys from overseas that you don't know, it's real easy to think that they're not as good as they say they are. Like, example, there's a lot of people in the United States who don't know how good Boots is. It's true. We have debates with people all the time about how good Boots is. There's people in this country who still don't know how good Boots is. And people are going to find out this weekend how good he is unless something happens like a Mike Tyson Buster Douglas or a one-hit knockout, which can happen. I'm not saying it's impossible. I believe Boots is going to really showcase his talent. And I think that unfortunately Zayas is going to have to deal with it, but I just don't see what Zayas. I'm looking, bro. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
I mean, and honestly, we were just watching film on him. I was doing the same thing. You know, I'm looking and 30 seconds into one of the fights I was looking at, and I was just thinking the same thing. It's the pace for me. I just really don't see him being able to keep up the pace of what Boots is going to be putting out there. He's just a little bit too methodical a thinker. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily a bad thing, but in a fight like this with a guy who's explosive, he got 1 punch, 2, 3 punch power. You know what I mean? He's pretty much a juggernaut on the offensive side. Could he be able to nullify that with timing at the pace that he moves? I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a situation where there's a fight that I'm going to mention with Vernon Forrest. Y'all probably remember Vernon Forrest versus Sugar Shane Mosley. I was a huge Shane Mosley fan. And I'm figuring because Shane Mosley's speed and his power and the pace that he had, he would have been able to overcome what Vernon had. But Vernon had perfect range, great punch selection, but he also had enough pop to get that respect. So when he did time him properly, he was able to, capitalize in a big way. And the size advantage for Vernon's literally my height. Well, was literally my height, about 6'1". So even at 47, he was like a big stick figure, but he could still crack. And that timing he had was perfect for what Shane Mosley was bringing, even though Shane started out sharp in that first fight. So hold
on, not to cut you off. Yeah, y'all, since there's people here tuning in, what I'm going to do eventually, so I need everybody to stay tapped in with us, I'm going to drop a link, and I'm going to give everybody their opportunity to come on here and tell me what they think. So I want Xander people to come up here and tell us what they think, because I think a lot of people here like Boots. And we're obviously both picking Boots. So anybody who wants Xander, I'm going to send the link. You know what I mean? You're going to have like a little bit of a time limit. I'm not going to let you take up the whole show, but I do want you guys to come up here, leave your opinions, talk. You can show your face or you don't have to show your face on camera, but it's going to come right on here on the live stream. So if y'all interested in that, drop a thumbs up in the chat and I'll put the stream in there so we can tap in and we can hear your opinion. So because we definitely want to make this live pop. So anyway, go ahead, Eddie, my bad.
No, that's all good. Yeah, so anyway, the thing with Mosley and Forrest, even though Mosley, there was an advantage that Forrest had as well. So it was, Mosley had, and even the skill, they were similar in skill. Mosley was more explosive. He was faster. He had a faster pace because he came from a lighter weight up. But Vernon had the timing and he had enough power to get the respect, and not only get the respect to hurt him. So that's what shifted that. But with this fight,
there's also Boots, a size difference,
and that's what I was saying. But that's what I said. See, Vernon was, like I say, he's my size with my height. So that's even though they're the same weight, they rehydrate. Who knows what Vernon was on fight night? Probably was, anywhere in probably 160, maybe even heavier. So yeah, that made that difference, and that's how the thing kind of matched up and evened up to some degree. Actually moved Vernon's way, even though Mosley was the favorite. And this one I'm looking at with Zayas doesn't have that ability, doesn't have that size advantage to that degree. He fought 7 pounds heavier, but I mean that's almost nothing, especially to a guy like Boots who typically hurts guys that are much heavier. So I just think he's at the end of the day too explosive. And Xander won't be able to sustain the pace and the amount of punishment that it probably would be brought to him come Saturday night.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna drop this link because me and Eddie basically already spoke our piece. So anybody on here who wants to debate us, respectfully, on why y'all think Xander will beat Boots or whatnot,
please
go ahead, click that link. We'll bring you on here and we can talk about it real quick. Obviously Boots people want to talk too, you know what I mean? But I want to get some people who disagree with us as much as possible right now, just so we can go ahead and try to hear your point of view, because you guys might be more enlightened than me. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't studied Xander's whole career. Just started watching him recently because he never stood out to me. That's the truth of it. He's never stood out to me. He is a Puerto Rican fighter, and I tell you what does stand out to me though. His confidence stands out to me right now. And I really like the young man's approach as far as how he speaks. I think he's a superstar. I just hope that after this fight, let's just say we're correct and he loses. Hopefully he doesn't lose in a manner that ruins him, moving forward. Because if he loses in that manner, I could be wrong. I could be biting my words, y'all. Boxing's boxing at the end of the day. But my whole point is, I like Xander's. I'm actually a Xander Zayas fan, more of him as a person than him as a fighter right now. And that can change. Yeah. There's been fighters who've changed how I feel over the years just by how they perform and how they lay it on the line. You know what I mean? So Xander might be one of those guys, and I don't want to not give him a chance, because at the end of the day, we're all human. And I always tell somebody, listen, bro, at the end of the day, he a man, he breathes just like you, he bleeds just like you. So even if somebody seems like they got the upper hand, I'm never going to tell my guy, you ain't got a chance, because you always got a chance. As long as you're willing to lay it on the table and lay it on the line, you feel me? So I'm not going to not give Xander a chance. Right. You see what I'm saying? He got a chance. Just from my educated eye, I'm just saying, I believe that Boots is just too fast, too sharp, too smart. And that's it. Let's go ahead and bring somebody in right quick. What's going on, brother?
Peace and blessings.
Blessings to you, bro.
How y'all doing?
We good.
That's good. That's good. So, I heard you say, there's a lot of Boots fans in here, and that's respectful, because you don't want to just have Boots fans and nobody's sticking up for Xander. I'm going to just say this. I'm from New York, and I went to Boots' gym, and I have a relationship with his father. He allowed me to come to the gym. And so I've seen Boots, seen what he can do, been following him, been watching him. And I'm going to say what he said. Xander's a solid fighter. But I think people are taking Boots' confidence and saying because he's so confident that it's impossible that he could beat Xander. And then I think on Xander's side, he believes that his weight, his size, is going to win him the fight. And we all three of us know, and the audience should know, that size don't win fights.
No.
Skills pay the bills, like Floyd said. So I'm going to just wrap it up by saying, man, I got Boots. I got Boots by stoppage, maybe between 8 and 10. And Xander going to bring it.
And you're being generous by saying that. You're being generous by letting him go 8 or 10. I won't be surprised if it's under 6.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I'm just saying if he stopped him in 6 or less, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I'm going to be in the house as well.
Right.
I'm gonna be in the house, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. But I'm just saying, cause see, what the thing about people don't understand about Boots is, like I said in the comments, Boots got a jab that got power. His jab, he got a power jab,
Yeah,
especially from the orthodox stance. Like that jab got power in it. So like, how's Xander gonna handle that? The jab alone. That's what he did with Villa. He broke him down with the jab.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what Xander. I mean, I don't think he got nothing for him, man. I mean, he does all that bouncing and all of that. I mean, that's predictable, man. Boots is gonna catch him in them exchanges, man. It's not gonna be good.
Yeah, well, can't say we disagree with you, brother.
Wish we had somebody that would, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, peace and blessings to y'all, man.
Yes,
Keep doing what y'all doing. You're a great coach.
Thank you, brother.
And you and Fast City Champions, man, I've been following you for a while, man. As a matter of fact, I got into a debate with somebody recently about you because you did a video, and they were trying to say you didn't know. I forget the brother's name on YouTube. We were trying to say you was giving the wrong information about.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I was like, man, you bugging. And I was defending you because I said, this man, I called you a champion. Yeah. See, people think you got to have a belt to be a champion.
All right,
you're a champion, bro. You fought some of the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, yo, my man's a champion. How you talking about him?
Too.
You never even made it to that level.
I even won a world title, but it was like, it wasn't a big world title. But it's just, I'm not trying to say I'm something I'm not, but I fought so many guys who were world champions and around world champions. I beat guys who were world champions. They didn't have the belt at the time. Even in the time that they had it, like say, for example, like Sam Peter, he had just lost his belt to Vitaly Klitschko, and I was the next fight. And I beat him. Yeah. So I mean, it's just, look, hey, I ain't worried about the semantics of it, man. I had the career I had. I wanted to do more. I just didn't. But one thing is for sure, I'm not going to teach or tell anybody to do anything that I don't believe in. So if they say that I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to disagree with them. I'm just going to give them video evidence of what I've seen, what I've done, and what I've been or somebody done it to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not going to give you any information that I don't believe at all. So I'm not gonna agree with stuff that's wrong. None of that shit. Even if I say it, and I'm like, yo, I was tripping, I'll say that. But
I believe that.
Yeah.
You had the IBO and the USBA title, right?
Well, yeah, I had the USBA and something like it was an IB something.
I think you had the IBO,
but it was like a world
bro.
title.
I mean, come on, man. People and it reminds me of what Roger Mayweather said. Most people don't know what about boxing, right? A lot of these guys, they never even been in a fight. They never even had a street fight, none of that. But they know so much about boxing. That's what kills me.
And another thing, man, when people say things about somebody doing something wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example right now. I'm gonna name 3 fighters. I'm gonna put Manny Pacquiao, I'm gonna put Winky Wright, and I'm gonna put Floyd Mayweather. None of those brothers fought the same.
Nope.
But what did they all have in common? They were champions.
That's right.
So
that's right.
What's food for one fighter is poison for another. You know what I mean? Like my man Billy Briscoe likes to say, you know what I'm saying? So not everybody's going to train the same. You get a Mexican fighter, they're doing a lot of shit that a lot of these East Coast fighters won't do. But guess what? Those motherfuckers give hell to a lot of the guys that we like to teach them how to do certain things. We have trouble with those type of guys, things that we would disagree with. We would disagree with Maidana's approach. Maidana beat Broner when Broner was, a hot fighter. So we can't always go against, that's right, that's wrong. It's like everybody got an opinion, brother. There's one way to find out. Have your guy come box our guy. We'll see what happens. That's how that goes. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, no doubt, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
Hey, my brother, thank you for tapping in.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you, man.
Take care. We got Enrique in the building. Enrique. My man Enrique. Enrique, you fell asleep?
No, brother, can you hear me?
Enrique. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How's everybody doing?
You picking Boots or Xander?
I'm a fan of Boots, man, right? But I want to pick Boots, but I can't because
You're Puerto Rican.
Yes, sir.
It's all right. It's all right.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. Go
No,
ahead.
no, papi, check this out, right? Okay, so if for real, okay, I'm trying to look at all the numbers, right? Like everything, and if you go back, right, and 23 fights each, right, the Boots opponents at 23 fights, they had 264 wins, 245 losses, man. Zayas right now at 23 fights has 290 wins his opponents and 8 versus 89 losses. Boots gets hit 33.5% the most per fight, man.
We're listening.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. I like this. I want to hear more.
Where you at, Enrique?
Sound went out.
Can't hear you if you're talking. I like what he's.
I like this debate. Yeah,
I like what he's saying, man.
Hello? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Talk to us, baby. Let's go.
I'm sorry, brother. Yo, I'm not computer savvy, man. I'm not smart with this stuff. That's why I just figure I do straight phone calls, like my bad,
Nah, you're doing good, bro.
Okay, so I don't know what's the last thing you heard from me, brother, but
you was giving us the numbers.
So Boots gets hit the most, 33.5. Zayas gets his 25.5 the most. Okay, Zayas also throws at least 15 more per round as well. So, if you're getting hit about, 7 to 8, 9 punches more per round, even the opponents that have come in against Zayas that had high output per round, he has shut their offense down. He's a lefty with a lead hand and fights like a righty, brother. When he jabs you, it's a power punch, man. Even if it don't hit hard, if you're a righty and you hit with your left, it's not gonna be the same thing, man. You know that, and he's a lefty that fights with his lead hand. That's why it's easy for him to control the distance, man. And I'm sorry, but if you've seen somebody that has some movement and some reach and some boxing can give Boots a hard time. His corner did not have a plan B for Karen. Brother, there was...
That's right. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Well, okay, but Enrique.
But I want to finish.
No, yeah, I want to let him talk still.
Because
what
he's saying.
I'm sorry.
Enrique,
The phone keeps closing on me, bro.
We want you to do right now, bro. You're doing everything.
You're
sounding educated. You did your research.
Bobby, I'm trying to tell you, it's not about the race thing, man. I got black family. I got Chinese family.
I'm Puerto Rican too.
This ain't about, you know what I'm saying? But look at all the numbers. If you look at all the numbers, Boots has only had maybe 10 real fights.
Say it again.
Boots probably has had about 10 real fights. When Boots had 23 fights, you didn't know who Boots was.
I mean, we did, but I know what you're saying.
Okay, I did. Yes, I did as well. Okay, but that's why I'm trying to tell you that I wanted to pick Boots. But Bobby, when I go back and I trace every number of everything, man, I had to go Zayas, bro. Boots has really only had his last 10 fights has been like opponents that you can even talk or say nothing. His 24th fight, I think, was against some Dominican dude that had about 23 fights, 6 losses, and 19 of those fights were in Dominican Republic, puppy. Have you seen Sean boxing? I got Dominican family too, bro. So if anybody, you know what I mean, it's not that, No, be realistic, man. It's realistic,
you the man, Enrique. I fuck with you.
I like this debate. I like this. This is smart.
And I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not even cursing,
This is
because people want to say, "Oh, you're a fan of that." No, I'm a fan of boxing.
Yeah, clearly, I could tell.
And like baseball. Now I love baseball, but I'm a Yankees fan, man. That's it. I don't care who the Yankees going against. That's different. You know what I mean? But
you brought a educated debate here about the numbers, which numbers don't lie. But the only thing is now the eye test, and in boxing, there's more than just
beautiful boxing.
but there's also like I said, the eye test and things that people do in power and speed and accuracy and things like that. and pace. And Xander's been at 54, right? I think the majority of his career, if I'm not mistaken. And Boots has been at 47. And everybody wants to talk about this, the difference in size, and that may be the difference, which I don't think that's going to play that much of a part there.
I didn't bring up size once.
You did say it again?
I didn't bring up size once.
You didn't. And I'm saying a lot of other people have. But what I'm saying is, from just my educated eye, watching the pace of both fighters and the skill level of both fighters, it doesn't say that Zayas doesn't have good skills, but he's just a little too methodical. So when it comes to the numbers, and also when you think of competition, right? Boots at the level that I seen Zayas fight would annihilate the competition. I just watched him fight with the guy Jorge. I can't remember his last name, Jorge something. And Zayas was fighting him. I'm not saying it was life and death. Zayas was controlling the fight, dominating the fight to some degree, but the guy was in the fight. If I put that same guy in there with Boots at that time, he gets him out of there within the first round and a half, 2 rounds, because he's just too explosive.
Oh,
Pace
yes.
is too fast.
No, you're right. Okay. Skills and speed. Boots has the skills and speed.
And
But-
one more point, Enrique. And then
Yes, this is my last one, brother. This is my last one. Okay, thank you for listening too, brother. Thank you. This is my last one. So Boots has the skills and the speed. He beats Zayas with that, right? But Zayas has the timing and the technique, and those timing beats speed all day.
True.
Yeah,
I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest, but I haven't lost a fight yet, brother.
So when you say he has the timing and the technique, I'd argue that Boots has that as well. Another thing that I would also say, when you say, this is just my rebuttal to you, Enrique, so you can give me another rebuttal. He leads with the power hand, right?
I just got kicked out.
He leads with a dominant hand, right?
Makes him one hand.
But
Yes,
guess
sir.
what? Boots fights from both sides equally as well. So Boots can actually lead with his power hand if he chooses to. Another thing that I like in this situation is when you said that Karen, he didn't make an adjustment. Karen barely won any rounds, if any rounds, in two fights. So Boots is such a good fighter that he could win every single round and still get criticized as if he lost, because we expect so much from Boots.
Right.
So with all of these things that you said that has sounded fantastic as far as the numbers and the points that you have made, I still haven't heard anything that convinces me
To change your opinion.
that would change my opinion. But I still love your opinion.
100%. You still there, Enrique?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So let the best man win, Enrique. And listen, if you are correct, I will be in New York City for the fight, but I'm gonna get on here. I will get on here. If you are correct, Enrique, I need you to make sure you tap in with me so you can go ahead and say, "I told you so, Coach Anthony." This is my number for everybody in the chat. 215.
Thank you.
Listen, Enrique, take my number, put it in your phone. 215-709-5437, because I will be letting everybody know.
215-70.
I want you to be like, Coach Anthony, I told you.
Yeah.
And I want you to wear the Puerto Rican flag on your head and everything and show your face. Matter of fact, I'll have the fucking Puerto Rican flag on with you. Right?
215-709-5437.
Take it down, because I let everybody know. Everybody in the chat, take my number, because I always let people know when I go live through a text message, man. It's my text messaging number. So if you call me, I'm not gonna pick up. It's only for text messages. But yeah, man, take that down. Enrique, you've been a great caller, bro. I appreciate your opinion.
You guys were awesome. Thank you for listening. This is gonna be Trinidad and Whitaker part 2, bro. Thank you. Take care, guys.
Shit. All right.
All right. See you, bro.
All right,
That's
bro.
my
Later, bro. See, that's what I like. If you're gonna come on here and you're gonna give an opinion like the last two brothers did, do it with some sense. Do it with some education. You can tell they both know boxing. They both studied boxing. Guys, I put the link in there. Also, little side note, and I gotta go ahead and do this real quick. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna put this in here, man, because I partnered up with the Zone. And if you guys want to see the fight and you guys want to get a discount, Go ahead and click that link right there. Save it on your phone. Use promo 5, all caps. Promo 5, all caps, and you can actually get a discount on the fight on the zone. So I just partnered up with them. I know Eddie did too, but I had to go ahead and use my link today.
No, yeah, you gotta use it, bro.
But at the end of the day, guys, I want you guys to go ahead. If you guys ain't gonna go to the fight, and I know y'all not illegally streaming the fight, right? I know you guys are gonna pay for it. Yo, we got my man Dominic in the building. What's good, my brother?
Not much. What's going on? How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Sir.
What's good?
Nothing, man. Just wait. Can't wait for this fight, man. It's gonna be a good one, man. As long as, like Bozy said, as long as it lasts. As long as it lasts.
Let me know, my guy. What you thinking?
I got Boots, man, but I kind of want to go off because he was talking about numbers, and somebody put a stat out the other day. We know how great of a defensive fighter Shakur Stevenson is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the last 3 fights, Shakur has been hit 410 times. Boots' last 3 fights, 233 times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Boots is the same defensively, but sometimes, Coach, you probably know, sometimes your offense is your best defense.
Man, that's one of the 5 lines of defense. I talk about it all the time.
That is a fact.
So that's an amazing stat. And another thing is too, I seen Boots has 35 fights. Xander has 23. Boots has 125 rounds. Xander has 124 rounds.
Yes.
That's
like, you know, somebody going the distance a lot. No.
Yeah, he trying to go with the distance, man.
Yeah.
And if y'all didn't see, I put in the chat. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's something to think about. They said that Xander was at 162 and Boots was at 158 right now.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of people saying something alluding to the thing where they feel like Xander's not going to make weight. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, he might pull a Ryan Garcia if he already know he's going up to 160. Anyways, he might say the hell with the belts and get a 3 round or whatever they allow advantage.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you see, Boots was around. He had cameras in his face. He was fine doing media stuff, and they just rushed Xander out of there. He probably
is there a hydration clause to this, or they're going to be able to come in whatever they want?
Yeah, they can come in whatever. There's no hydration clause. There's no IBF here.
Oh, okay.
But here's another thing too. I heard Xander talking about he might come in the ring at like 180 or something. Y'all don't know if y'all remember what Andre Ward said. Andre Ward said, "I wish somebody would come in the ring that big. You'd be a dead man walking."
Yeah, a lot of people think that's always an advantage. It's not always an advantage. If you come in the ring and you're sluggish and you're heavy, you're over 8, you know what I mean? Your mind isn't the same. You still making a weight is dedication, is looking out for yourself come fight night too. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to rehydrate and be comfortable. But the reality of it is if you come in sluggish and heavy and you're not as explosive as you need to be, that could be a problem too. That's a thing too. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect the game because if not, he's gonna put his hands on him.
Yeah, Eddie, did you ever fight at anything besides heavyweight?
Yeah, it's funny. I never had a problem making weight. It may look like it, but I never had a problem making weight. Like the last time I fought at anything other than like regular heavyweight, which is cruiserweight, was when I was 16. I was only 16. I weighed 100. I was a 178 pounder, so it was light heavyweight, right? So I ended up coming in every day. The weight limit was 178. I came in at 176 every day. And that was when I was eating pizza and ice cream or whatever I wanted to eat. Now, I didn't eat too much of it, but, we had like a little buffet or whatever that we had when we were at the JO Nationals. But I didn't have I never had a problem making weight. Right. That was always really easy for me for some reason. Then, of course, at a heavyweight, you ain't got to worry about it. So you do what you want. You know what I mean?
Got you. So Coach Anthony, what you think about that? If there's any problems with him making weight, because I know you've been in camps and all that type of stuff. What's your thoughts on the weight?
I mean, obviously, it's a strategy if he decides to do that. I think if he overdoes it, it could backfire. But I think that if obviously he's looking for any advantage he can get, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, they're not supposed to, and they'll go and they'll do the IVs and stuff like that. So we already know guys want the advantage, whatever advantage they can get. If he feels like size is his advantage, then he might try to do that. But from us knowing Boots personally, bro, like I think with Boots, and I hate to sound like we glazing Boots.
Yeah,
no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I hate to sound like
no,
this,
you know, you just telling them how you see it.
But it's just like
gotta be honest.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall type situation. Because it seems like anytime I've seen him box a bigger body, he dominates, bro. Like it's almost like the smaller guys give him better challenges. Yeah. It's like a bigger guy is almost like Boots. Boots is stopping heavyweights, bro. Like we know this for a fact.
That's what I've heard. But
yeah, like this isn't just like a rumor. I'm not gonna put names out there. Yeah. I know some of the names, but it's just like the dude. That's what he's doing to heavyweights, bro. Heavyweights are scared to get in the ring with him. They're walking in the ring slow. Like fuck, I gotta box Boots today. Like you don't see that shit. Like that's some different type shit. Like this is a different level that I don't think people even know how good this guy is. Xander's best chance to me is some sort of a one-hit knockout type deal if he was to happen to land that home run. Like I can't see how he can win an actual full fight with Boots. Like, I don't either. Like he has to just whang, like, oh shit, he knocked him out. Like I don't see him outboxing, doing the outworking. I don't see none of that. No.
Well, I think obviously besides the one punch knockout, I think for him to get on the bike and try to box is the best way. If he get in that inside and that mid range, it's gonna be a short night. Because that's what I was gonna say too.
I agree with that too.
What I was gonna say too is I'm a Boots fan, and I've watched him a long time. Like I seen his showbox stuff. Like I'm talking about way back then. I have never seen him hurt. I watched Xander's last couple of fights. He got hurt by Slobber Spalmer. Come on, dude. He got wobbled by Slobber Spalmer. He got hurt twice by Abaz. Like, and those dudes ain't no big punchers like Boots. Like Abaz bro got like 9 knockouts.
Yeah.
He can't get touched clean like that by Boots. He can't.
And the thing is, for me, it's consistently because Boots' pace, and he's just gonna consistently put his hands out there. You know what I mean? He's gonna, I don't want to say annihilate, but he goes out there with the intentions to. So he's not like gonna go in there and throw 1 punch, 2 punches. He's throwing 3s and 4s sometimes, and that's what's gonna really. I think the pace is what's gonna really kill Xander, in my opinion.
Right. And I seen even the tall Mexican dude, he hurt Xander once too. Jose Garcia Perez, he hurt him too.
I was just watching that. I was just watching it again. So it's just, and I say Boots would have got that kid out of there. Even he's tough, but at least he would have been looking like he would have been ragdolled in there. Even if he's tough enough to go to prison, he would have been ragdolled straight up. It would have looked crazy. And it was like Roman Villa, right?
Oh, that was
everybody's talking about how tough he was. And you see how that looked?
Man, he got that dude looking crazy in there.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, look, Xander Zayas is obviously quality. He's obviously a champion.
He's a good fighter. He's good. Yeah,
but we all know this. There's levels. And this is a different level for him than what he is at, and that's just my opinion.
And I'll let somebody get on in a second too. I was going to ask y'all too. Did you see the quality of work Boots had in camp versus the quality Xander had? He had Demetrius Boo Andre. He had Jahai Tucker that's fighting on the card. He had what's the kid? Vito Melnecki Jr. And then all I seen Xander have. I mean, obviously they didn't show everybody. He had like Tiger Johnson, and I'm not throwing rocks at Tiger Johnson. I'm just saying like. Look at who Boots sparred versus who we see.
He's too small. Those guys are too small. He had Jermaine Ortiz in there too. Shout out to Jermaine Ortiz. That's my guy. But guys, these are small guys, bro. Like they're not.
I understand why. I get it. The speed. He wants the pace difference. I get what he's after, but I just don't think the power and explosiveness that they have can compare. So what's going to happen is he's going to maybe be ready for. His eyes might be ready for what expecting to see as far as speed. But it's just when a punch lands and the jarring effect is going to be too much for him because he's not going to be expecting the power behind it. You understand what I'm saying? So even though he may be okay with the speed, Boots' pace is going to take it to the next level once he sees that he can't deal with the pop. And I'm not saying that he can. Maybe he can't. But I just don't think what he's done in preparation, and that's throughout his career as a boxer, he's faced anything like this, and maybe he never will.
I don't know if we've seen anything like Boots.
That's what I'm saying.
Like and before I let you go, like I think about, like, let's just say Floyd Mayweather at 147, right?
Mm-hmm.
Floyd Mayweather, we know at 147, he was a great welterweight champion. I picture Boots versus Floyd, and I say, how does Floyd beat Boots? Well, like, you're talking about a big guy with big power who got all the same athleticisms, all the same kind of skill. And I know somebody's like, "Oh my God, you're comparing
crazy?
him to Floyd."
Yeah,
all I'm saying is he could do a lot of this shit Floyd could do,
Yeah.
and that motherfucker could punch hard. I don't really know if we've seen this before. Like, we usually see a really sharp guy that doesn't possess a big punch. We usually see a guy with a big punch who doesn't have the most athletic defensive skill set. Boots is all of that wrapped up in one, and he can switch southpaw, and he's almost 6 foot tall. Like,
yeah, what's it called? It said that 2 years ago. And a lot of people was giving him shit for it. You see when Malik Scott said that?
he said what?
He said exactly what you said. He was like, I don't know, man. He said Boots might be able to beat Floyd. All you got to do is type in YouTube. Malik Scott talks about Jaron Ennis, and it'll pop up. He was.
And listen, I'm the biggest Floyd Mayweather fan. When people,
I am too.
When people ask me, "Yo, who do you?" I always say Floyd. I teach a lot of the shit that Floyd does. You know what I mean? To people who can do it. But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, this guy's a phenom, once in a lifetime type of a fighter, and I don't know if anybody has seen anybody that's good yet. We're about to find out. The question mark with Boots is the chin. Yeah, we don't know because he barely gets hit. He's been hit. You could count on two hands. Everybody talks about, he gets hit with unnecessary shots. Show me 10 shots. Yeah. Show me 10 good shots that he's been hit.
Boots even said it himself too, though. He said, "Go back and watch my fights and see how many times I got hit with the same shot again."
Yeah.
There you go. And like, this is boxing. Yeah. This is boxing, bro. Like, what you think? You're gonna swim without getting wet in 35 pro fights? Like, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of those guys weren't top level guys, but the thing is, Boots is an interesting guy because his resume doesn't reflect his skill set. But a lot of these guys that you guys are raving about, and I'm not saying you, but I'm saying people, they're going to the gym and getting beat up by Boots. Like, they don't come back. They don't come back, bro. They go there, they get knocked out, they leave. You never hear about it. The only people who hear about it is the inner circles of boxing. And it's like,
so-and-so got knocked
and then
out.
You see that same guy on TV, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, this guy's great." Little do you know, Boots stopped them 2 weeks prior. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that.
I got another question for y'all too, real quick. Boots said he learned some stuff for Canelo. Obviously, he probably didn't need to bring it out versus Lima. So, what if he unveils what he learned from Canelo? And I'm pretty sure you can learn some stuff from Canelo.
Of course, yeah. And I got a little inside information on how that went, and I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what he's referring to. I'm not going to be the one to say it, but there's a lot. Yeah, of course, man. You could learn something from a guy. Anybody at that level, you're gonna learn from. You know what I mean? Canelo's obviously top level fighter.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'm sure Boots had success there, but at the same time, I'm sure he left there like, "Oh, that was crafty." All right, taking that. And all the good fighters do that, bro. All the good fighters steal from each other, especially if that's why proximity and environment is so important. You know what I mean? Why you think Shakur Stevenson, a fighter I used to train, Raymond Ford, and all those guys went ahead and ganged up, and everybody calls them whatever they want to call them. One thing they do understand is proximity and environment. They're trying to stay around as their talent level. Now, whether you agree with it or not, that's a whole nother topic we can talk about. But at the end of the day, when you're around greatness, it's only going to bring you up, and you're going to learn something from people around you. You know what I mean?
Speaking of learning, since you said that, man, I bought you a bundle before.
Okay. How you like it?
Oh, it's great, man. I love it, man.
I appreciate it. I'm always thinking about how I could make it better. So, you know, I'm definitely doing some stuff. Been focusing on the gym, but you know, I appreciate you supporting though, bro.
Oh yeah, and then one more thing. I think I seen Eddie said too. You want to be an undisputed, man? They got undisputed too. We need Eddie Chambers in there,
bro.
I actually spoke to the guy Ash Habib who owns it. Yeah, and he told me he's gonna get back to us on that.
I'll fight again just so I can make money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll fight again if they need me to. bullshit fight, but I'm gonna fight again.
Nah, I told you before. I was in the chat. I said, man, we want Eddie Chambers versus Derek Chisora.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Why not?
You know what? Derek Chisora is cool. I've seen him a couple times when I was over in the UK. He's crazy as hell, but he's cool though. I respect what he's done in his career. I would have liked to have had that kind of a fight at the time that we both were at the height. You know what I'm saying? It would have been dope to have that. Now people like it's like the retirement home fight or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I hope they get you in Undisputed too, man. Because I used to actually use you on fight night because you was one of the fastest heavyweights.
Yo,
that's what I'm talking about.
Fun fact, I'm nasty at Fight Night Champion. Tell him.
Yeah, he's definitely
like I'm talking about. I be beating all the best people in that game
in the world,
bro. So I need Fight Night people in here. You don't act like I ain't beat you before. You know I beat you before.
Hey, they'd all kick my ass. I'm gonna tell you that.
But like I said, though, Eddie, you was one of the fastest heavyweights, obviously, as you should be in that game, though. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I hope they have you in Undisputed too, man. I heard they revamped the whole game and everything.
I hope so. I want to see it, bro. I didn't have the biggest issue with it that a lot of other people did. A lot of people play online. I didn't play online that much.
Yeah, like what I do like Saturday when I had a fight party after the fight is over. That's what we're gonna play. I'm gonna put hands on people after the
I
fight.
like that. That's a good ass idea.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
right.
You
got worried about the online shit.
Yeah, no, right in the living room, exactly. So
that's a dope idea.
But all right, I appreciate y'all giving me the time to talk to y'all, man.
It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for the support, bro. And we'll be on here. We should get on here again tomorrow because I do want to do like another last prediction. So just make sure you got my number. Everybody in the chat, make sure y'all got my number 215-709-5437. I'll send the link when I do go live. If you already follow us on Instagram, I'll be putting it on there too. But I appreciate you, my guy.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. Yo, man. Yo, we got some smart guys in here, man. That's what I like, man. My boxing community is educated boxing fans.
That's right.
All right. Yeah, that's something that we need to promote more, man. Because you go to some of these, I'll be watching some of these other boxing channels that I'll be sitting in the background. I'll be like, yo, these fans don't know shit, bro. Like, the guys in here have been educated, well-spoken. They know their stuff. If anybody else wants to come in here, tap in with us. We got a few more minutes. I'm definitely going to go live again tomorrow. So if you don't do it today, you can gain courage and pop up in here tomorrow. You feel me? But yeah, you guys already kind of see where we're at with it. We're picking Boots. I saw the press conference today. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. I saw the press conference today and confident on both sides as expected. You know what I mean? Bozy was starting to raise up a little bit. You know, you got Xander's trainer. You know what I mean? He kind of stood in his lane. He knew what time it was with Bo, but it wasn't like Bo but you could tell Bo was just like waiting for it. But that other guy kept it professional and stuff. You know what I mean?
Good.
Smart move. Bo still get in there and whoop your ass at like 80 years old. We know what time it is. But yeah, man, if you guys have anything you guys want to talk about, remaining seconds, any Q&As, any last points, we here, bro. We're here for a little bit longer, and then we'll go ahead and we'll move on, bro. If not, you guys could take my number and we could chop it up tomorrow. So we're gonna see what people are saying here. My man West said Boots in 7 or 8 rounds. I mean, I think most people are picking Boots. I mean, I heard it's a 5-1 odds.
5-1.
Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty obvious that people are picking Boots, man.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. No. We have another good question here. Do you think Boots could beat Crawford?
I just seen that. If you're asking me, I think he has what it takes.
I mean, you picked Errol Spence to beat Crawford. Don't think.
No, but it's a different game. It's a different game altogether. We talk about him looking in the. We talk about.
I just give him shit because I picked Crawford.
That's all right. Anyway, I'm gonna say this. Crawford is got one of the deepest bags, and he's got a lot of experience too against high level guys. You know, when he gets in there, he's looking for the smoke, in my opinion. So, but it's just Boots is like the eye test, man. It's hard to ignore that shit. And when you look at Boots, man, and what he can do, and how sharp he is, and he's just, in my opinion, he's a bit smoother than Terrence. But Terrence's IQ, his experience, and his overall ability on top of everything, and he's an all worldly athlete too. I think he's a really good athlete. He could probably play multiple sports. Then again, I think Boots good too. It's a hard one to pick, man. You know, Boots is younger. Obviously, he's at the height of his career now, and but prime for prime, I don't know, man.
The thing about that, I think I'm leaning on. I'm skill wise, I like Boots. I think he's sharper, faster, does everything slightly better than Terrence as far as ability goes.
Yeah.
But we don't know where Boots' chin
Right.
is at.
Right.
We just don't know.
And he will
honestly, we don't even know where his heart is at. Like, and these are two big question marks in boxing, just so you know. Like, a chin and heart, like, are fucking important. But I have faith that he has them at the highest level, just like his skills. I have faith, but we don't know.
Somebody just said fuck no.
But it's hard to say fuck no because we've seen Crawford struggle with less talented guys. Now, again, it comes down to what does Boots have here? If he starts to not have his way, what does Boots have here when somebody repeatedly lands on him? We don't know. And again, I guess there's only one way to find out, man. And this Saturday is a good starting point. You know what I mean? We're gonna find out a little bit, hopefully, of how he reacts to getting hit, how he reacts to those things, which I think Xander will land some shit. I don't know how much, but this is a good first test. You know what I mean? And after Xander, we got Virgil Ortiz, we got Fundora, who's a freaking phenom in his own right, being damn near fucking 6'8", 6'7", whatever the fuck he is, and he's a tough fighter himself. Even though I hear he's doing a lot of ducking and dodging, it seems like Ortiz also has been having issues. I haven't been following up with that. You guys in the chat probably won't know more than me, but he has a couple of guys in the division that would be interesting fights for him to really showcase, like those two names I just mentioned. So if he beats Xander, as I expect him to, he still got Virgil and he still got Fundora. Mm-hmm. And those are two solid fighters because Virgil is a big, strong. I mean, he's a strong fighter. He's a come forward guy. And I know a lot of people think that, you know, if you got skills, that's better than being straightforward. But sometimes those straightforward guys, bro, they're fucking animals, bro. And they just do. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of fights we're going to have to see Boots in before we can say he can beat a guy like Crawford convincingly. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to see that first.
Right.
Yeah, bro. So we got a lot of people in here, man. It's been a dope live, man. We got 51 people in the building still holding it down in here, man. So I hate to cut it off on y'all. Oh, look, my man, that was before. I didn't even know he sent that message. All right, so hold on, y'all, real quick. While I'm doing this, I always like to use these little moments. You see anything, Eddie?
I was looking for.
Oh man, yo, what's going on, Battle Network? What's going on, my guy?
That's Dominique. He said that too. Damn, I was about to try to find something he said, but you just spent a minute talking to him, so
chilling. And oh yeah, man. Also, man, quick plug. Don't forget, man. I still sell the courses, man. CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. I actually got a sale. I ain't got it written out, but it's Level Up 50. So if you want to grab a course off the website right now, we got 16 courses. I actually broke them up. I did it smarter this time. I broke them up to where if you're a beginner, I put a set of beginner courses. If you're intermediate, I put a set of intermediate courses. And if you want to get the whole bundle, everything is 50% off. Okay, so if you heard the man Dominique, who came on here, he let you know that the work is quality. If you guys been following my work for years, if you guys are in here, I'm sure you guys know that we take our craft seriously. Eddie Chambers is in damn near all the videos, helping demonstrate some of my thoughts and ideas of how to demonstrate things. And also, we got $1 Million mitts. So for people out there who want to learn how to hold mitts, who want to actually start a career holding mitts, that's a no-brainer, man. I teach you guys a bunch on there. I got more stuff coming soon for the $1 Million mitts, and you'll get grandfathered in if you go ahead and take advantage. So make sure you guys go to the website now. Use Level Up 50. Level Up 50. All right. Make sure you guys go check that out. I'm gonna keep it on there for the weekend. And then so hopefully somebody takes advantage of that. I'm a boxing coach, only doing it a couple years. I want to keep getting better as a coach. Any advice for me? Well, I just gave you the best advice, right? And that's a shameless plug. Go to the website and educate yourself more. What makes a good boxing coach is educating yourself, knowing what you're talking about. Because when you know what you're talking about, then what ends up happening is you have more confidence in yourself when you're given the information. Not only that, you also can communicate it. Like if I'm asking somebody to do something and they have a rebuttal, then I got to answer for the rebuttal because I'm educated. I've done my homework. I know the game. I know I can answer the question. That's where you'll find out if a coach really knows his shit. Like guys will be like, do this, but do they know why? You know what I mean? And if you say, hey, but what if this happens? And then they freeze up. Now you know they don't really know. But when you can answer it and it makes sense and it's good and you know what I mean? That's when you know. So my first thing would be go to the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com, level up 50. That's my personal opinion. Your next thing is get around good coaches. Learn from them. See how they operate. See how they coach their guys. See how they work the corner. A lot of times guys want to yell real loud in the corner. You know what I mean? Like people don't even know how to work a corner. Like I got guys that come in here to spar guys and they'll be yelling at the top of their lungs and I let them. I talk to my guys calmly and our guys is picking their guys apart. And it's just like, look, you're doing all that yelling for no reason, bro. Like you don't got to yell. You know what I mean? You ain't got to do all that. You don't got to panic. So again, this comes with experience. But yeah, as a coach doing your thing, educate yourself as much as possible. But at the same time, don't start running around getting all these random opinions either, because then you get confused. This guy said to do this. This guy says to do this. Like, you know, I would try to find somebody who you really like and learn from that person if you could. That's the best way.
Top right, Pop.
We got GMT Sports in the building.
Hey, how you doing, Coach?
I'm chilling, my brother. How are you?
Just sitting back enjoying the show. I had a quick question. Just want to get it from a experienced coach. You was talking about the confidence exuding from both of those guys, man. Do you think that Xander confidence is mainly coming from because he knows that he's really a lefty, and nobody's talking about it, and knowing that he comes in like around 180 pounds?
Well, actually, if somebody brought that up, my boy Enrique, who came in here earlier, brought that up. That was one of his points. So yeah, there's people talking about that, and I think that that does help. I mean, we know like the lead hand is closer to the target, right? So if you can go ahead and maybe hook off of a jab and land a nice hard hook, and Boots doesn't expect it to feel like that, it could surprise him. And we haven't seen Boots hurt, and I think Boots has had his way in his whole life as a boxer. That I'm really interested to see what happens the day, if it ever happens, when he gets buzzed. I'm very interested because we just don't know.
He's been knocked off his square one time. That was against Karen, the second fight. He knocked him off his square, but I don't think he was really buzzed from it. But I was talking about it earlier on my show too. I just want to get, you a coach, so I was wondering that because they know Boot. They keep talking all week. Boot switch, switch. And I'm like, well, he lefty too, and a lot of people ain't realizing that. Like, so in his mind, he's like, okay, I'm a lefty. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no never mind to me. So I just wanted to know from an experienced coach, does that really play a difference?
Oh, it could definitely play a difference because you got to think the lead hand is closer to the target, and if he, like I just said it 2 seconds ago, if he hits you with a good hook or a good jab, and you're not expecting that shot to hurt, I mean, De La Hoya did it his whole career. So I mean, is it a good attribute? Yes, it can be for sure. But like I was telling Enrique, Boots can do the same thing. Boots can switch both sides. So which side is his strong jab? I don't know. Maybe Boots goes southpaw this fight and throws him off a little bit. So we don't really know what the approach is going to be. But Xander, that's probably one of Xander's best chances in the fight. That and hurting Boots, and hopefully for him, Boots doesn't know how to deal with getting hurt. But that's the only thing I can see. Like, I think Boots has checked off everything, every box I could want to see a fighter check off, except for 2 boxes. What does he do when he gets hit with a good shot, and where's his heart at? I don't know, because we're yet to see it tested. There's only one way to find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, but 100%. once he shows us that, bro, I mean, there's nothing else we could say about him. Like, what else doesn't he do? He could fight on the inside. He could switch. He hits hard. He got defense. He got footwork. He got fucking everything, bro. Like, he's like a fucking coach's dream. Like, all you gotta do is give him water in the corner. Hey, man, go out there, keep doing what you're doing. Like, fucking very talented fighter, man. But we'll see what Xander brings.
Right on, Coach. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, my guy.
All right. Be easy.
You too.
All right.
Yeah, man. Good point, man. Good point, man. You got any thoughts on that? You ever fight anybody who was a converted Orthodox fighter or converted Southpaw?
Honestly, I can't remember if I did. I really don't think I have. I mean, that I know of. A lot of them motherfuckers wouldn't hit me, so I don't. Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm being honest, man. I didn't get hit a lot, so I can't really tell you the difference whether or not the left hook surprised me from that lead side. I did spar Boots one time, obviously, so I guess that's a situation.
Yeah. And what can you say about his power being a heavyweight, boxing a guy at his size? Like, what did you feel in there at because you were the one feeling the punches?
It was surprising me. I didn't expect it, and once again, I didn't even know I didn't even know he was left-handed. I didn't know that. So when his jab popped, and I'm like, oh wait, the fuck? I'm thinking, damn, that's from him. Like, he only a little guy. But it's the sharpness of it. You know what I mean? That's something that a lot of heavyweights aren't prepared to take. You know what I mean? They're not expecting it, and especially from that side. So that was a bit of a shock for me. But once you calibrate to it and you understand it, then you know how to deal with it. But he switches, so you never know where that power is coming from.
Yo, Dan, I just put the link in there, bro. I'll let you go ahead and click it. Might be my last guy that I'm going to talk to tonight because I want to save some energy for tomorrow because I'm going to go live again tomorrow. So, yeah, click that link, bro, and get on here and let us know your opinion on the fight. Bozy said Boots stops heavyweights in sparring. He sure does, bro. We know a couple. He ain't stop Eddie, though.
I'm thanking him for that too. I don't wanna be a part of that shit. Who wants to be a part of that team?
Right.
I just try to stay out the way. No more Boots sparring for me. Fuck that.
Right. Yeah, let the young guys do it.
Yeah, let them have that shit.
Yeah. All right, let me see something real quick. Oh, and guys, real quick, man. Hold on, I'm tripping. I'm trying to do like too many things at once.
There we go.
My man Dan in the building. I see you, Dan. 1 second. Guys, I'm putting that link right there, man. If you guys want to go ahead and get that fight this Saturday, go ahead and click that link, save it, put it in your notes, whatever, man. You're gonna save some money. You got to use promo code promo5. Promo5, man. That's the code, man. You guys can go ahead and watch the fight and get a discount. My man Dan in the building. What up, bro?
What's going on, champ? I literally just came out of the gym doing like personal boxing training sessions myself right now. So I'm a little tired, but I had to jump on here and support you guys because I'm a big fan from a long time ago. I bought a couple of courses.
Thank you, bro.
It's good it's an honor to be on here. So I like conversing with y'all. But one of the things that I always wanted to see, man, with Boots, because that's one of the fighters, man, that I always wanted to see make it. When you look at the story of like the Pops and all the other brothers that a lot of people don't even know about, how, the other brothers was coming up, Boots is like the golden child. So I'm like, I'm in South Florida now. Everybody that I know is going for Xander, and I like Xander.
Where in South Florida you at?
I'm in Pembroke Pines, and funny enough, I'm not too far away from the gym that Xander Zayas grew up in, which is the Davy Powell. If you go to the Davy Powell, his picture's up there with that Pete Buchanan guy. That was his coach at one point. And Tio was there. Teofimo was in that same Davy Powell over there in South Florida. And then there used to be a gym by the name of Club KO in Pembroke Pines where the famous clip of Tank and Tio, it was in that gym in Florida. Right there by Cafe Iguanas, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I used to go by that gym all the time, and that shit used to be empty. and then one time it was just jammed. You can't even get in there, and that's because it was them guys in there sparring. But that's just a little, like, I guess, Florida boxing history. But man, there's some good guys. But going back on Boots, man, I got Boots all the way. The only thing, man, is like, what is your take on, like, that fight when him and Virgil Ortiz falling through? Like, why didn't that fight happen, man? As a coach doing business in the background, and a little insight on that.
Man, I probably know as much about it as you do, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why they didn't fight. I know that they was coming to some sort of an agreement, and from what I heard, it was Virgil's side that didn't come to the agreement. But I don't know all the details, man. A lot of the times, bro, like, I know you might see a guy like me or Eddie and think we have some inside information that the public don't have, but a lot of times we find out this shit just the like same way y'all find out. I mean, and I never had that conversation with Boots or Bozy. I mean, we know them personally, but we don't bring that type of shit up when we go there. So, but my opinion, though, I think Boots wants that fight. I think Boots has no problem. Like, everybody who sees Boots, man, for whatever reason, they think he's like ducking or he don't want to fight. Like, I give you an example, like with Terrence Crawford, man. When you hear Terrence Crawford talk about the Boots situation, Terrence Crawford was real aggressive, even talking a little greasy with Gilly and Wallow when he was like, man, I'd knock that boy out, or whatever he was saying. And when you hear Boots talk, Boots kind of sounds like low key, a little scary the way he his mannerism. But, bro, there's nothing scary about that kid. It's just he doesn't have that, like, he don't know how to talk shit. Like, I don't know if you watched him in the presser today. It was just like, you could tell, like, he's just not a shit talking dude. He don't know how to be like, yo, what you say?
He's
like,
about action.
He's like a soft spoken, kind of shy kid. But when he gets in that ring, bro, he's a fucking animal, bro.
I'll be honest, man. Trust me, I like Boots a lot. One of the coaches that I trained with, his name was Billy Patton, out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know Billy Patton. He was training the American Top Team. I tell him, Coach Anthony.
Oh shit,
he was training the MMA fighters back in the day. I used to train King Mo. He was there at American Top Team back when they was in Copenhagen.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I used to box in Florida. I used to box in the Boca Pal. That's where I used to box in the Boca Pal back in the day, back in like 2001, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so back in the day. Yeah, it was a minute ago. But yeah, I got Florida roots. Dyer Davis, my boy, man. That's my guy, Steve Jafar. All them guys down in Florida, man. Those are my people.
That's fire, man. I had no idea.
Yeah,
man.
I used to live in Florida for like 10 years.
Damn, I didn't even know that. I thought you were straight out of Philly.
No. I'm from New York City, and I moved to Florida. Now I'm close to Philly, but I'm actually in Jersey.
Nice. Man, that's good history right there. But
yeah.
You ain't know.
I was out there. That's good. Damn, small world, bro. Damn, he's a good coach. I learned a lot of things with him. And then I know a coach now that Fareed Samad, he's pretty good.
Yeah, Fareed, he's in Miami. He's live in Vegas, but he trains in Miami now.
Yeah, I see him like every other day.
Train to perfection. Tell him, Coach Anthony too.
Yeah, damn, this man know every. Well,
those are my people, man. Those are my guys.
Worldwide, bro. Fareed is worldwide, bro. But great coach though. Fareed, solid dude. But going back to like Boots, man, Billy was telling me like Boots is really good because he's from Philly, and he seen him like I guess when he was a kid coming up. He was like, that kid was a monster and an animal. That reminds me of like Abdullah Mason is that type of kid. Like the whole thing with him and Keyshawn at one point, even though they wasn't fighting, and they spoke about contentions of maybe possibly fighting, you can see Abdullah not really, that type of guy where he can sell a fight. But that's the thing. I feel like sometimes, like, some of these dudes, man, like, they said the same thing about Terrence. Terrence wasn't, like, the craziest crap talker. But Terrence was amazing in the ring. Like, Terrence did amazing things. So, same thing with Abdullah. I see, like, I like guys that could just show it more so than talk it, man. Because, you want to have the entertainment aspect and sell a fight. But honestly, bro, sometimes you'll get all that and then a whack fight.
That's true too.
Saying then a fight that doesn't really live up to the name of all that build up. You know what I'm saying? So
you can't be good at everything. You feel me? So if you're gonna be a boxer, you're better off being good at the boxing.
Yeah, facts.
That's what I mean, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really like that. But I definitely Boots is very skillful. You know that last fight the last remember fight. I think he fought Stanionis, right?
Yeah. When that's another last one? Stanionis?
No. Stanionis wasn't his last John. He fought
Who he fought last?
It's a good fucking question.
I thought it was Stanionis.
It wasn't
Stanionis?
Stanionis?
Nah, Stanionis was the small kid, right? Nah, he knocked him out, and then he fought somebody else after that. He fought Karen twice after that, and then he fought.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I didn't even
Oh,
see
he
that.
fought. No, he fought. No, the
Then
second
he
fight with Karen was.
Yeah, he fought the second fight Karen. Then he fought some other guy here in Philly, and he stopped him in the 5th. Then he fought the Dominican kid and knocked him out in like 2 rounds. He fought some recent Dominican kid that was like his first fight at 154. That was his first fight at 154. Some Dominican.
Oh yeah, no. You're right. I seen the highlights on that. You are.
Yeah, Stanionis was like back at 47.
Yeah, man, 100% correct out there. Damn.
Yeah, this ain't good.
Stanionis and then who was the Dominican dude he fought?
He fought like a dude, or I don't know if he was Dominican, but he was like from somewhere, and he that was his first fight at 154.
But see what I'm saying? Like this is.
But Boots. Yeah, unfortunately, Boots don't got names that stand out. Like everybody remembers Stanionis because that's like the best name you can really say. That's why it's good that he gets a Xander right now, because then it's like, okay, everybody's gonna remember Xander.
Yeah, but you be told a lot of these guys don't necessarily want to risk that. You know, the big
Lima. Yeah, he stopped Lima in the first round.
Lima. Oh, right.
Okay, yep. It was that guy.
Yeah, good.
And I'm not
good
gonna
memory,
lie, I'm going for Boots for this fight. I know Boots is very skillful on the inside. Yeah, I would love to see a fight with him and Virgil Ortiz, because I think that shit will put the nail in the coffin a lot of like doubters on there. Because I think personally, bro, like that's like for me as a fans, like Ortiz is a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like he not the most like finesse. But you gotta understand, he trained with Robert Garcia. Like them boys over there, like it's a camp over there. You know, them guys is sharp. You know, all the little peeling the guard things he was doing with the other that dude that fought Terrence. What's his name? That awkward white dude. He's like Middle East. What's his name? When he was fighting that guy, Majamal. Yeah. When he fought him, like bro, Virgil was pulling out everything in that fight, like very crafty things that you would see like a vet do. You know what I'm saying? Like peeling the guard, tapping the head, he'll tap that and then hit the body real quick, then come back to the head. Like and then play upstairs, downstairs, and
got a lot of game. Yeah, you got a lot of game.
He's amazing, bro. I would love to see that fight. I think Boots could definitely do it. Boots is very skillful, crafty, a very underrated fighter. I just want to see the names, man. I hope he gets it, you know?
Yes, sir.
I think he will. He got to now.
Yeah, like 154. I think that's a good weight. I hope he, adjusts to that weight class and really rise to the occasion. Because Boots, I'm telling you, he's good. You know what I'm saying? And the man that invented the Matrix with that guy, wasn't that the Roman Villa? Even though, they don't know these names, but still, man, them guys can't just say everybody's just trash.
No, he wasn't trash.
Certain level.
You remember Roy Jones? You remember when Roy Jones had an issue with that for a while? Y'all probably don't remember that. Y'all young, but Roy Jones at one point was so dominant in his in light heavyweight that people was talking about he wasn't fighting nobody. But he was dead serious, bro. They was talking about we ain't fighting nobody. He ain't this. He ain't that. He was so dominant that the best guys in the division. We talk about other champions that would have been champions. This dude is knocking them off like they ain't even in the ring. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's the way it is, bro.
Yeah, bro. But all right, Dan, bro. Thank you for your time, my brother. Appreciate the love and support, man. Shout out to South Florida, man. I love Florida. One day you might see me back down there, bro.
I'm coming too.
Hopefully, man.
Salute, my guy.
All right.
Sir, man, my boy Dan, another educated boxing fan. That's what I like to see. All right, y'all, we're going to end this now because if not, we'll be talking all night long. Make sure you guys grab my phone number, 215-709-5437. I do plan on getting on here again tomorrow. Eddie, you got time tomorrow? You got time? All right, so tomorrow we're going to get on here again. We're going to have a final call because you know how it go. Sometimes the face-off at the weigh-in makes you say, yo, I don't know, man. I low-key starting to think Xander might do something. we're going to take a look at that weigh-in tomorrow. We're going to take a look in their eyes and see if there's anything like a little twitch in Boots' eyes that might make me say, you know what, Eddie? I think Xander got it. You know what I mean? And, listen, Bozy, Boots, man, I love y'all, bro, but I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to keep it 100 if I see something. But right now, I'm going with Boots. We'll see if my mind gets changed. Everybody in the chat, man, I want to say thank y'all again for the love and support, man. Make sure y'all go up, click that link for the DAZN app if you guys want to save a couple dollars on that fight if you're watching in the crib. I do plan on being in New York City, God willing, on Saturday for the fight. So you guys already know the vibes, man. Thank you again and salute. See y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.